Hey everyone, welcome back. And for today I want to do my absolute lovely ballerina kit that I got from Annie at Msgardengroves Facebook. I belong to her kit of the month, and I just have a little bit of ideas. I haven't done it yet, so this is going to be trial and error. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'm going to try my best to show you what I'm doing. Sorry. I do have a whole whack of flowers and trims and laces from her store that I plan on using in my ballerina. Let me just dump it all out because I don't want the shuffling of the bags. Yeah, this is all from her store. Absolutely love, love, love this trim. All these trims I got from her, just stunning. So let me just empty this bag so they're not crackling bags. Boy, I'm going to have a big mess on my desk. But anyway. Now, these came with a lot of stuff. Yes, I realize that's for the wall, but we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be really altering these boxes. You're going to need a doweling. Now, I'm using, you can get from Michael's, you can get two different size dowelings. I've got the larger one and I've got a skinnier one, but I'm going to use the larger one for this project, for what I want to do. So this little container here came with this. So what I want to do is, this is how this is going to be. So when we get it all said and done, it's going to be layered like this. These popsicle sticks are going to be cut, and these are going to be like little floor things that the little girls, well, they're not going to be this long. Definitely going to be trimming these off. So let's see if I can cut them with my scissors. Oh yeah. Whew, that was hard. So they're going to sit on here, and the little ballerinas are going to be glued on the edge, and we're going to have, these are going to be like little, what do you call these? Anyways, I have an idea as to what I want to do, so I'm going to share this with you all. In case some of you's got this kit, you might want to do same thing I'm doing. The reason I want the doweling up here is because this hook that she sent with it will be glued up here, like this. And the gorgeous little dress that she made will be hanging off of this. But it will be up higher, like this. And she'll be sitting here. So her dress will be like this, sort of. And then all her little girls, these little guys, will be on these popsicle sticks out and around. But, you know, I want to keep her as close to the edge as I can. Like, I can't do this just holding it. But this is going to go in here. And this is where her tutu and whatever, her beautiful little dress that we're going to decorate up will go here. So I hope you guys can see what I'm trying to do here. This will be all prettied up. Okay, so that's what I want to do. I'm hoping it'll work out. But if it doesn't, then it doesn't. But this container that she sent does, the lid pops out of it. But again, I'm going to decorate this anyways. So I've ripped the little tiny bow that she had glued on it because I can't cut through that. So what I'm going to do to get started is I'm just going to use this as a template. I'm trying to center this as much as I can. Take a pen and draw where I got to make the circle, where I got to make the hole, so it fits. Now, I'm not going to cut it. I'm going to cut it with an X-Acto knife, but I'm not going to cut it on my mat. Where's my X-Acto knife? I know I have one right here. So I'm just going to try and do it freehand. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but I did want this kind of centered, and it's not really centered. This doesn't seem it's tight enough. So, okay. Just cutting it out. So I want to get this kind of part assembled first. and then we can start prettying everything up. Okay, so that should work. Now, put that back. Now what you want to do is glue this in, okay, because you want it to be really sturdy. So I'm just going to take my glue gun and I'm going to glue, put some glue here roughly, because you don't want this to move or come out on you while you're working, well, once the dress is hung on it. Okay, so I'm going to just glue this in. Yes, you can see a little bit of glue, but that's okay. That's absolutely okay. Okay, glue strings are ready. Alright, so let's see if this is going to work. I just want to wait till that glue dries before I push this doweling in. Yes, it's going to work, guys. It's going to work. But I would say for secured measures, the only thing is you're not going to be able to open this box. You shouldn't anyways. So I'm going to glue the doweling into this box. Hopefully, I don't want it to move. There we go. Want it to keep it nice and straight, so I'm just eyeballing it. Oh, my bird. Of course. I'm going to go close my door in a second here. He really hates being alone. Okay, I'm having a hard time getting this to go straight. Okay. It kind of looks straight to me, but it kind of doesn't. I don't know. So I'm going to let that dry a little bit before I glue on this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous hanger that she sent with it. I don't know if my cutters will cut this. Let me see if I can try and trim this off, but I doubt it. I kind of don't want it to stick up, so that's what we'll do. We'll just bend her, because when I glue this up here, like that, you don't want it sticking out. Oops, you guys can't see. So when we glue it on here, you don't want this part sticking out. So I'm just going to bend it down. There we go. Perfect. I don't have chain nose pliers here, seriously. Goodness gracious. Alright. So now the fun of gluing this part on. And I'm going to put glue all the way down on this. Just because once I glue it to the doweling, I do not want it to move. So I'm just going to do it this way. And pray it's straight. Oh gosh, Miku, shush. Alright, so this is what we have so far. Okay, it's glued, but I I mean there's a bit of glue showing here, but hey, we're going to fix this up, this pole. And we're going to actually hide all of this with, what do you call it? Hug Snug seam binding or ribbon. So this is how I wanted to do that. So as you can see, you're not going to be able to see that. So let me come up so you can see. Let me back out. So you can see how I'm doing this. Okay? So she's going to sit there, and all her little pretties are going to sit out in front of her like that. Hopefully you can see that. Alright, so it is kind of dark in this area. I'll see if I can get another light. Maybe I'll do this one here. Can you guys see better? Hopefully. Alright, so let's get back to business here. Unfortunately, I'm sorry because my camera's going to knock this out, but when we're working with this one, I'm just going to let this sit aside and let it completely harden because the glue, oh goodness, I really put this on crooked. Oh wow. Dang. Now I need to refix that. There we go. See, I didn't pay attention. Keep it nice and sturdy. There we go. Oh yeah, much better. Okay. Alright, so let's see what we're going to use to decorate this beautiful, cute box up. I have all these fabric, she sent fabric papers. Maybe we should do this first. Let's see what we've got for trims and laces. Wonder if that will work. No. Those are flowers, 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 what we're going to be using. This is too colorful for me. We're not going to use that. Oh, I love this purple. I wonder if I have more of this. I do have purple seam binding. Let me see. Yes, there is enough purple seam binding. I'm sure of it. It's lilac color. So let me get this unraveled. There's a little pin in that. Hopefully I don't forget about it. Okay, so it was so nicely wound up. But I'm just going to, whoopsies, you can't even see what I'm doing. Sorry. Okay, so let me bring this down a wee bit more. There. So I'm just crumpling this up because you guys know it's fun to crumple seam binding. Okay, let me just get some mess out of my way. We're going to work on this right now. It's getting this nice and sturdy. I'm even thinking maybe stuffing something in that box to really sturdy it. Alright. Pretty, pretty. Pretty wrinkled. That's what we wanted. So, all I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a dab of glue, and I'm just going to put it right, wrap it around like, don't want to touch that just yet. And we're just going to wrap it around. See? Get up as high as I can go. Let me see if I can do this a bit more up. Alright. So I want this to go as high as I can. There's glue in the way. Alright. So you want to wrap this nice and tight. Okay. Oopsies, don't leave any gaps like I just did. Hope you guys can see. Yeah. I'm holding this very tight, very, very taut. So there was no point in even wrinkling it, really. Okay. I'm going to go one more time around, and then I'm going to go up the hook. So I'm just wrapping seam binding around the hook. Like so. And I'm not going to do that little knobby thing right here. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go right back down now, keeping it nice and taut. Alright, now we can continue on down the line. Alright, that worked out perfect. I'm already happy. I am going to take this doweling out of this box, and I'm going to stuff something in the box to actually really secure it. So keep it pulled nice and tight. Look at how pretty that's turning out. Unfortunately the back isn't, but we'll hide that with an applique, maybe some flowers. We'll see. So there. Now I could just keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. till I've covered this doweling completely. That's all I'm doing is turning and turning. But I am holding this super duper tight. Believe me, this is not going to move. It will take a nice chunk of seam binding. Whew, kind of hurts my thumb in here from pulling so tight. But that's the part of it. Yeah, it seems a bit flimsy, so I need to put something heavy inside of this just so it doesn't tip over. Even though it'll be glued. Okay, so we're done. Let's put a dash of glue in there. And let it dry. I'm just going to trim that off ever so lightly. Okay. Well, I didn't even need to wrinkle all that seam binding because you can't see it from pulling taut. But that looks really, really pretty. So now we could probably put some kind of nice pretty trim on it. Something to make it, well, it's going to be hidden a lot by the dress, because once we get the dress all decorated up, it'll be pretty much hidden. Okay. There's the pin. Put it back in here. So we are done with this seam binding, and I'll put it away because I cannot work in a mess. Alright, so look at that. Does that not look really cute? Really, really cute. So I think putting the seam binding here secured it even more, you know, here at the top to hold that on. But it is a little tippy kind of, well, it's not really tippy, but I'm just thinking, once we hang the shoes and the dress off of this, because we got to hang the shoes too. Well, we'll see. We'll figure it out. So it is going to hang up here like this, and she's going to be like that. So I am going to glue this dress on here just because it moves around so much. But yeah, once it's glued, I think it's going to be pretty secure. I really do. Alright, I'm not worried about it. So far, we've done this. We've got some really pretty trim here from her. Oops. Let's get this out of the way. What could we use? Whoopsies, dropping the butterfly. Maybe a piece of this around here. No. You know what? It doesn't really match with it. This might be pretty. This trim might. Oh my gosh, it's dark down here. See, once everything's hung up, you're not going to see much of this pole here. So, you know what? I think I'm going to leave that, but what I'm going to do is try to break into this. No, I'm not going to. I'm just going to seal it all the way around. Make sure it's got glue in there. And there's a piece of the seam binding. sticking out, so let's fix that up. There we go. Alright. So what are we going to put on this? We could put fabric. I don't want to put fabric. That's too big. Oh, we've got this. I could cover the box with this. This is Annie's stuff. Let me see. That's the right way. I don't know why I'm working here without glasses, because I can't see a darn thing. My eyesight's bad. Okay. I'm thinking, but then you can kind of see the box through that, and I don't like it. So, I don't know. This. We could cut in a circle. Could glue this on here and then just trim it all down. And then we could put the pink over top. How's that? Yeah, let's do that, guys. Let's start gluing this down. I am going to trim that, no needs to worry. Same with in here. Ouch. I'm going to trim here. And you're not going to see this because I'm going to put flowers in here. This is a pretty piece of whatever it is. And I'll just put a piece and some glue in there. Now, I need to, as you can see, let's lay this down on something. As you can see, it didn't fit over here. That's easy to fix because we could just fix it up, glue it, pull this around, trim all this off. So let's trim this off. And let's go and glue this down. Ouch. There's that. Okay, that. And there. Look at that. You can't even see where we cut it. Mind you, there's a little bit in there. There we go. Don't want anything sticking up. There. Now we could just trim this off. And we got this all decorated, sort of. Now, actually, I think a nice little dangle trim would look good. What about this around here? Oh, this is pretty stuff too, Amy. I love this. So, we could put this around here, like so. Yeah, I like that. So, let's put this, oopsies, dropped my scissors. Can't even find them. Must have went under the table. I see them. All right. Stupid scissors. Okay, now, so let's make sure we do this. Whoopsies, don't you tip over. Put this all the way around. So it's going to fit. So I think it will look pretty, don't you? So let's start with gluing. Kind of want to take the center and the right way and the wrong way. And that's the right way. So I am going to put a bit of glue under these, just to hold them down. They don't want to stay flat. There we go. Again, a bit of glue under this. Bit of glue there. There. Look at how pretty. I just absolutely love this. My coffee's sitting like 5 miles away from me. Now, we could put some bling on this. I have a heat gun for bling. Oopsies, ouch. Ouchies. That's hot stuff, guys. Very hot. Okay, and again, glue down your little dangles so they don't move around. Oh, that's pretty. Love it already. Like, again, it's pretty tippy, but that's okay. It'll be fine. Now, we could put some dangles. What kind of stuff did she send? Did she send any bling? No bling. Oh, I got a pretty thank you gift from her too as well. I'm going to use pink flowers, I think, for this, for around here. Okay, so we could put one of those here. Yeah, let's put one there. On the front of it. Now, oh, yes, I forgot about this. Oh, yeah, this is so cute. What do you guys think? Whoops, careful, oops. Look at this. What do you think of that? I think we're going to do that. We're going to glue this on, guys. I love it. So let me just measure a piece and we'll cut it off right to there. So I always like to start from the center because that way the seam is nowhere near the front of this. That's going to also help glue this to the base as well, because I didn't do that yet. Oh my gosh, I love that. It's gorgeous. Shoot. I didn't realize I had glue there. Okay. Where's my glue gun? Oops. Okay. That to there. And glue that to there. There. That's so pretty. Oh my gosh. I'm not crazy about this. Shoot. I'm going to try and remove that. Without damaging my work I've done. Yeah, I don't want this one. I gotta get something else. Yeah, that's just not my... So I have to re-glue under there as I pulled it. I don't know. I don't want that. How about that? I think that looks better. Yes. Ow. Oops, sorry guys, I didn't mean to hit the camera stand. Okay, there we go. I love it. There. Now, I think that's pretty much done. So now we're going to stick some flowers in here, and I know I have stamens. Let's stick some purple stamens in there, because I don't have purple. Okay. And I'm going to put some distress stuff on these as well. So. Okay, so I'm just going to distress these flowers a bit. Just color them up a bit. So I'm just going to roll this wire up and use it as a base to glue. Okay, I don't have to. It came off. Okay. Alright, so hopefully you still can see what I'm doing. I'm going to start gluing some flowers on here. These are from Annie's store. These are so pretty. Okay, let's get these flowers all in here first. Alright, this one's got a piece on it. Whoa, I squished it. Well, let's stress this a bit. Got to do the other one. Stay standing. All right. I don't think I can stress this one now. No. Well, why aren't you staying? Oh, because there's glue there. Okay. I see what the problem is. I'm trying to keep this nice and flat. Okay. Continuing to glue. Probably shouldn't be cutting those with scissors. There's probably a hunk of wire in there. And one more. I'm going to cut them with wire cutters. Alright. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, it's so darling. But I'm going to add a bit of stamens in there. Hopefully I can. Oh shoot. Alright, let me just pull these out. Don't know if I could squish them in there or not. No. That's really not doing it for me. Let's see. No, they're kind of glued. Oh, that's alright. I'm just going to snip the thread off, put a teeny tiny dab of glue, and I'm just going to stick it in there. Whoops. That just didn't work out. Let's put a wee bit of glue in there. Pushing some stamen in there. Oopsies. We should close that because that's just going to dry out. Still gluing stamens. Just a teeny bit of glue is all you need. Oopsies. Fat fingers here. So now I'm getting strings. Oh, I hate that. Harden. There. You just keep pulling and pulling it, and it just keeps getting longer and longer. It doesn't detach. So we need a couple of stamens still. still not enough for me, guys. I don't know what else to do. Because it's not rich looking yet. There we go. Yep, that's still not enough. Sorry, I'm reaching across here. But again, it has to go back. Yeah, this is just kind of boring. We need some bling on here. Need something more here, but where's her dress? Because, let's see how far her dress will hang down. Oh boy, you're not even going to see any of that anyways. So, guess we're done.